Cancer. Ooh, stop. After these short messages, we will get on with your reading. Thanks for watching. See you in a minute.
Hey guys, this is a very quick message to everybody that will replay on nearly every video that you see, so you're more than likely going to be fed up with Steve. Just a very big ask. Okay, if you can make sure that you watch the video in its entirety instead of keep, skipping through the video and going to the end and just skipping through parts. It really does mess up the algorithm if you don't watch it from the beginning to the end. That is a very big thing that YouTube asks. Also, obviously, just to smash that like button and subscribe if you're not. There's a good 35 to 40% of people that actually watch that never subscribe, but they constantly watch, but never subscribe. Your subscription and your like really does help out this channel, but I can only give you readings if you are participating, like leaving comments, smashing the like button, watching it all the way through for its entirety, even if you just got to put it in your pocket and turn the volume down if you don't want to watch the video right now. Please guys, your help is very much needed, and I will see you soon.
Okay, Cancer, so next 48 hours, please make sure you do all what the video said, because it took me a long time to make it. Cancer. So Cancer or Life Path 7. How you doing, bruv? You all right out there? Everybody's screaming, Steve, I want a Cancer reading. Well, you need to participate because the Libra one was terrible. I actually lost subscriptions and that ain't no good. So, I don't know. Is NARC continue watching? Mark, Morris, Mark, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. Let's see. Lucy, Laura, Lucifer, Capricorn. Let's see if this works or not. It's like testing not. If I say not, you say Pisces. I'm also hearing testing, 1, 2, 3. Something to do around a new microphone or the name Michael or Melissa. But testing something out. Like, I'm just going to test it, see if it works. If it don't, scrap it, do something else. I'm going to test it. Okay, some of you might work at a work somewhere where you're testing things. Like, I don't know, liquids or something, but we're going to test it. Could be a taste tester, okay? Could be alcohol. We're going to do a taste tester. We're going to do a taste tester. Okay, let's see, Cancer. What's going on with Cancer in the next 48 hours? So, Cancer, moving along very swiftly with a narcissist. Yay! Some of you are kind of like, damn, what is wrong with this person that keeps gaslighting me all the goddamn time? I don't know my head from my arsehole. All I keep doing is trying to move forward with the person that keeps kind of trying to go back. It's a little bit like Paula Abdul, unless your name's Paula or Pisces or Pucci. But it's like 2 steps forward, 9 steps back. And you're like, whoa, hold on a minute. You're always playing mind games. You are always trying to manipulate the situation to make me believe that I'm at fault. Why do I always feel like you're complaining and telling me that I'm at fault for something that I'm not doing? What am I not doing now? Okay, you're trying to make me believe that I'm saying or doing something in my life. Why do you always end up gaslighting? Right, so let's see. Cancer, next 48 hours. So you've got, oh, Jesus Christ, man. Yo, no wonder you've been screaming for a message. You're probably dealing with a screaming lunatic. So you got Leo energy maybe here. This person could individually, if you're not being gaslit, they could just have a lot of Virgo in their chart, or they're like a Life Path 9. But this King of Wands could be a female or male, but it's kind of like this, I want what I want and I want it now, and if I don't get it, I'm going to start implementing gaslighting to make you feel like you're at fault, that you have to avoid my temper. Okay, gaslighting can come around temper tantrums. It can also be like a very childish way of communicating, and it can also be, because you didn't text me or communicate with me, I'm not texting or communicating with you, and it's your fault because you didn't. And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, what now? Jesus, man, y'all got to be dealing with the Pisces. Okay, there's like this lost and found, like, if you're with someone, right, Cancer, if you're with them, or them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, we've gone for all those, but if you're with this person, it's kind of like you're afraid of them. Not afraid like, my God, they're going to beat me up, right? But like, it's like you're afraid of what this person resorts to doing to fuck the relationship, like completely, destroy the relationship. It's like a search and destroy of control. Okay. So it's kind of like this worrying and standing on eggshells around this person destroying the relationship. This is normally when you're with someone and you're talking with them, but you can just sense it and you can see it in their eyes and you can see it in their manner that they're just about to like, they're holding something in and they're like looking at you a little bit like scrunched eyed and a little bit looking you up and down as if to say, right, and then you kind of like, oh shit, here we go, they're going to do it again, right? That's the not being afraid of them, but that's the like, oh god, here we go again, this is going to lead to another episode of, you know, Neighbours or something. It could be someone from Australia, could be Pudgy, right? But it's kind of like that. You don't know what this person's going to do next to try and maybe sabotage the relationship. What's there in the name? Dal or Sabaton or Sab or Abbott, maybe. Let's see, Cancer. What's going on with Cancer for the next 48 hours? Oh, yeah. So you got a Four of Cups. It's like this childish game, right, that's played between you and this person, right, that it's kind of like this person blames you for being emotionally distant. You're emotionally distant. You're closing down, you're not opening up. But that's because the person's gaslighting the Four, that forces the Four to close down and then blames the Four for closing down. And then the Four is kind of like, I know damn well what you're doing, Dan. Hopefully it's not you, Daniel. But like, I know damn well what you're doing, right? I know that you're going to like just switch and suddenly now you're going to start blaming me, gaslighting, implementing all of these very confusing comments or like narky comments or sarky comments or like blaming you for being emotionally distant. And then when you are, they blame you for it and then wonder why someone's being emotionally distant with this person, right? It's kind of like not accepting fault or blame themselves. You could probably tell this person, look, stop doing that. And they would say, I'm not doing that. That's not me. That's you. It's because you're not accepting, like you're avoiding me. You're not speaking to me. You're not with me 24/7. Like, why is it that you want to do things on your own and you don't want to be with me all the time? And you're kind of like, what the hell is going on? Like, y'all crazy. Like, this, what's in the reading here, Cancer? Okay, let's see. Because it could be someone, like, if you're single, right? Let's go down that avenue for a little bit, Avi or Evie. But, or, yeah, Debbie. But, like, say we're going down that avenue, right? And say that you're single. And people are having a go at you because you want to be single and you want to be left alone. And people are kind of like, but you can't be single. And like, listen, I have had enough of relationships and I've had enough of being caught and stuck in all of this crap, right? So do not keep like confusing me when I just literally told you no, right? No is no, right? If I said no, I mean it. So why keep adding more problems to it's kind of like if you tell someone no, they flip out and have a go at you for saying no or for being distant or wanting time on your own, and they can't work out why. Right here. Now, some of you are just not bothered with anybody and you're moving along on your own, but you're suffering through certain amounts of like traumatic events that have possibly happened in your life. A case of bad relationships, a case of flu, okay, it could be under the weather or heather, but like, you know, a very bad case of like relationships constantly going wrong and you kind of like bumped into one after the other, like, Jesus, what is wrong with people? Like, why can you not just be a normal, average Joe, right? Unless your name is Joe. Let's see. Cancer for the next 48. So, you know, it says what it does on the tin, Cancer, at the moment. You've got the Page of Swords. So this resorts to looking at this Four as if to say, well, what are they doing? Like thinking about them at work. What are they doing? Where are they? Like, if they're not talking to me, then are they talking to someone else? If they're not talking to someone else, then they must be... They're not really avoiding me because I'm controlling and I've got, like, problems of gaslighting. Okay, it can't be that. It's got to be something else. So I need to dig for clues to find out why this person's not accepting me, doesn't want to be around me all the time, possibly doesn't want a relationship. I need to look for answers. There's got to be something wrong with them, not with me. Right? So the Page of Swords basically resorts to as much childish communication than there ever is. This is normally where you just cannot get on the same page when you are communicating with this person, Elaine. Okay. You can't do it. It's the talking and possibly the text messaging. This could be where you're not verbally talking to this person. You're like, hold on a minute. I was talking to you a second ago via a camera. I was actually talking to you, Cameron, right? And then okay, and they go quiet, reserved, and you're like, oh fuck, here we go. And then you're like, right, is that like, can I put the phone down now? And they're like, yeah. And you put the phone down, and then straight away they're like, right, text message, blah blah blah, listed, and you're like, hold on a minute, what? And you're looking at your text message thinking, that doesn't make any sense. I'm sure when I was actually talking to you a minute ago that I actually said that when I was talking to you like an adult. But you somehow diverted the energy and swept it around onto me. And now we're not actually talking verbally face to face. You're doing it via a text message, Page of Swords. And you're kind of like, what? Oh, here we go. Do I have to resort myself to this childish affair of, look, I already told you when we were talking that I just want some time on my own. I don't really want to. And then they'll add more. And before you know it, you spent the whole day, bruv, on the blower, arguing with someone that's acting very childish, trying to find out answers of why you're not doing it. So, look, I asked for some space, right? That's the best way to do it, is say, look, I just need a bit of space, right? That's all. If they keep messaging you after that, that's because they're controlling. They're trying to control what you do, where you go, your vocabulary, and what you have and what you don't have. So then they'll text message and then text message. And if you've asked for space and they're not giving you it, then they're crossing a boundary. And you would get like a 7 of wands, okay, forcing a 4, which doesn't work. So then what someone would do is they would tell their friends and they would be like, oh, yeah, oh, God, I've had enough of him. He's emotionally distant. This could be coming from a woman. I'm just saying, man, you're a lot about shit crazy for a lot of people I've met. But like, you know, oh yeah, he's emotionally distant and he's not talking to me, and oh yeah, he's got so many problems. And like, yeah, and it's like, you're like, hold on a minute, did you hear anything from my side? And then they go on telling family members and other people. And this is like a global gaslighting scenario that people can do, where they end up telling friends and parents and people and whatnot that they're talking to. And everybody on each side of the scale would say that it's his fault, and he would say that it's her fault. She's gaslighting me, blah, 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 mum, blah, blah, blah. And then the other person, yeah, mum, he's emotionally distant, he's not doing this. And then you're like, fuck, you are a gaslighter. Like, no, you're gaslighting me, you're narking me. Like, no, I'm not narcissistic. I just said no, that's it. How is that narcissistic when I said no and I asked for some space and you won't give me it? That's not controlling. Yeah, but you're controlling your emotions. You're obviously, no, you're paranoid. No, I'm not paranoid. I'm just literally asking you yeah, but I said it on the phone, Dave. I said it on the phone. Why have you now got a text message me this? Right? So if you guys didn't know, this is pretty much how I read. I give you scenarios, I act them out, and I play it. And that, to me, looking at this set of cards here, Cancer or Life Path 7, is a scenario that has possibly run through this connection that you've got with this person for a while. I mean, if this is a new person, run for the hills, Forrest. If this is a brand new person and this is just starting to happen straight away with someone new, then you need to get them with a lock and key and send them to a padded cell, bruv. And run as far as you can, right? Life Path 7, Cancerian. Run the opposite direction. Don't go towards it. Now, there could also be anxiety and panic attacks. As an avid person that has ADHD and also panic attacks, or did have, do not run from anxiety. Do not run away from panic attacks. Run towards panic. Run towards anxiety. Reward it for coming to you. Honest to God, right? Appreciate that you're having a panic attack, that you're having anxiety. Tell it that, oh, you're welcome. Oh, I'm glad you've turned up again, anxiety. What is it that you want to tell me about what if now? Oh, but what if you walk out in the street and people are going to see you having a panic attack? What if this? What if that? You're like, so what? I don't really care. Okay. I accept and allow these anxious feelings and anxious thoughts. I accept it and I allow you to give me this anxiety. I love it. Okay, so please give me more. Don't run in the opposite direction away from anxiety. Go the opposite direction of what you wouldn't think. Go towards it. Appreciate it. Accept it. It's only because you're attaching fear to an adrenaline rush through your mind, right? You get adrenaline, your body reacts, right? It's normally like, say, if you was to bend over and you were to go really faint, right? And then you stand up and you're having a head rush. A lot of people that suffer through anxiety or panic attacks, straight away they add to the amygdala fear to that, right? And then they start having an anxiety attack. If you met a person that's never really had an anxiety attack before, they would just have a bit of just gone dizzy a sec. And then they would get over it and they'd be like, oh no, I'm better now. Okay. But that feeling of adrenaline, okay, attached to fear is anxiety, right? So you don't run from it, you run towards it. Okay, that's just in case these 9s here can mean mental health, mental disorder, can also mean like depression, personally, like ADHD, can cause a lot of problems within a relationship because people with ADHD they can be emotionally distant. They can be distant, right? Because they're not focusing. They're like, look just, say if I'm in the kitchen, right, and I'm cooking, or I get in the kitchen and I'm like, right, what are you having to eat, Steve? In my head, right? This is me in my head. What are you doing? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have this tonight, that tonight, that. And I kind of got it there. And then somebody comes into the kitchen, Steve, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hold on. I can't concentrate on cooking and you talking at the same time. Can't do that. I can't, like, it's going to send my ADHD fucking crazy. So please don't do that. Can you give me some... well, I'm only trying to talk to you. I can't win. Listen, I can't only concentrate in this direction once at a time. I can't do what a lot of people do. I can't focus in many different directions and think about things. It has to be quiet, peaceful when I'm doing my work, anything that I do around work, anything that I do for pleasure, but then also like, you know, food and stuff. It's very important because people don't give you the space because they wonder why you're not paying attention to them when you're trying to pay attention to here and you end up bonky-eyed and cross-eyed. Okay, so if you know anybody with ADHD, please give them some space in order to be able to concentrate on what they need to get done first, most important, and then you will find that they have time naturally, Natalie, on their own, giving them some time to think. When they do, you will find that they'll come around much quicker. That's for a cross-watcher or a mother or father or anybody that may be dealing with someone that has mental health disorder. Okay, so there's your next 48 hours. Well, let me tell you, Cancer. Like I said, man, in the short description, if people don't like and subscribe and smash that like button, okay, and I'm not getting a very good audience, the chances of you getting another reading soon is going to be quite slim. But the places that you can find it, if the algorithm is like people are not watching it, is over on Patreon or the join button below. They offer you different tiers, different prices, different things. It tells you all about it over there. I need to survive. And if you guys are not watching it and participating, YouTube pays me very minimal of about $2 per video. I'm from the UK. That's £1. Pay tax on the £1, I barely get anything. So the way I'm surviving is by you guys joining, participating, hitting the like, getting the subscriptions up, and then my revenue will go up. But before then, yeah, hopefully you join Patreon or the join button below. It's like $2 or $3. It doesn't cost you much and you get a lot for it. Unless you want your weeklies where I do loads of other readings, smash out loads of other cards and give you questions and answers and blah, blah, blah. Thoughts, feelings, and we go through loads of different things. Now I'm back. But you will need the silver tier on Patreon. Thanks very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. And I will see you soon.